Hello, welcome back to the stream. I do apologize for not streaming directly, so actually welcome to the video, not the stream, but sadly my internet service provider is currently down, and hopefully it'll be restored by tomorrow, but if it's not the end of the world, and we can just continue uploading this stuff regularly, and I'll just be recording it. Of course, I'll just keep the same settings. To maintain quality. I don't want to deviate from going a high quality recording setting and then going to a low quality stream setting. I'd rather just prefer to have it as a consistent one, so I don't have to worry about anything too complex. So we are continuing on Barbarossa. We're doing pretty well so far, but I suspect as time goes on, I have lost a few tank divisions which may come and negatively affect us. Unfortunately, we're starting on the Finnish front, and there's no tanks up in Finland, so you don't have to worry too much. I'm loath to send any and spend too many resources on this front because I doubt they'll be particularly important in the long term. But we'll stream here. We'll record for a few hours and then we'll move on. But with Barbarossa off to a flying start, the Finns are finally ready to fully commit to offensive operations. The army of Karela has already begun its advance, lead these forces as far as the Svea River. The natural barrier will offer an excellent defensive position, although some Finnish troops may need encouragement to move beyond their old borders. On the Karelian Isthmus, 2 army corps are making their final preparations. Deploy 4th Corps as soon as it arrives and use steps in its HQ force pool. Once ready, punch your way towards the old Finnish border north of Leningrad and no further. So the objectives are the Karelian Isthmus, Viipuri, Svea River, and Podorozhny. And that's just about announced. Oh, I'm going to have to turn this down just a little bit because it's pretty loud, this music. There we go. And if we want, we can go for the Mazeski and Sotava and the Potvosk. So 4th Corps is here. I have a pretty chunky army, so I am loath to spend too much on these forces. Fortunately, it looks like I can't spend too much on these forces anyway. And the 4th Corps is still yet to arrive, which I suspect will start here. So let's look at the enemy supply lines. Main supply line here, here, and here, and over here. It looks like a very narrow front, so I think it's going to be a pushing war really. On the right flank, however, this appears to be much more open, and that may prove problematic. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this supply pool. Put down another, get closer to front. These guys are nice and fully fed. So this looks like we'll have to, so what is the most urgent thing we need to take first? Take for silver by turn 6, and the rest take by turn 16, 11, 12, about 10. This is the most important one. I thought there's not much I can do on this front, just apart from moving forward, so I'm just going to wait for now. The first thing we're going to need to take is this chap. Two to one. Costly, but necessary, I suspect. Moved the wrong troop to the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh well. And we'll continue moving a force over here as well. 2 to 1, not to 1. One to 1. I'm willing to do that because I want to push over here. Is there any troops over here? A few. move in here, cut off this line, begin attacking. 2 to 1, not worth it. 0 to 1. The tank is a bigger threat, so we need to deal with the tank first. And on this front, we'll continue with... Oh, actually, not a good idea to advance on this front. It's not ready yet. Not supplied, not reinforced, just generally a weak front. I'll bring the motor riders down, or the HQ down, and we'll just keep taking our time. A pretty low-level engagement. So we're having supply issues already, so I'm going to immediately pull this off. Move this up, and hopefully... nothing. Looks like I've got to retreat these guys further because they're just out of supply. Once I get here, I suspect things will get a little bit easy for us. One to 1, 2 to 1. I'm going to keep doing this just so I can take that position. Costly, very costly, but I am willing to pay that price. Yeah, we're not going to push that anytime soon. And we're still pretty limited on our advances. Fortunately, we finally have got this railroad back under control, so I reckon I can pull this off now. Like so. And redistribute my supplies up north. I do have to be careful because these troops aren't particularly well fed right now. Now deploy to HQ. Means these guys can finally get reinforced with finished steps. So where do I want to go? And gave these guys an awful lot of supply. Don't bring the boys down yet. Wait until our troops are better fed and better equipped. Still limited progress, and I've just made a catastrophic mistake. Over there. You can't get through the forest in time, we'll be alright. I think I'm going to move this force up here now that I've more or less secured that front. Bit of a nuisance. But not the end of the world. Got ourselves a nice little cheeky encirclement, so the encirclers have become the circles, so to speak. I need to move this chap into a more safe position. And on this front, oh, we're back to being well fed, that's good. Yeah, we're gonna have problems there. These guys might end up starving if I don't break through. Very wide front, this may be problematic. Could use an opal bit blitz, why not? Let's make life easier for us and continue advancing. A very different style of gameplay up in this front because of course there's no tanks. The lines are secure. Dog Loreen is back online. Do want to try and smash this a little bit, maybe do a feint attack, weaken it. Good, some healthy finish steps. Not to one, 1 to 1. And over on this front, not much progress being made. Possible, I would like to dump down another supply point here. Wait 1 turn, hopefully that's enough to win us that little bit of that cut, a little bit more time really. I no longer need supply over here, so I can remove that supply dump. If I realised that the airstrikes would not survive the entirety of would not be replenning, then I would have been a bit more careful using them. I've got to hold him there because if I don't, he'll break through again. Not to 1, not to 2. The line is back open after that devious attempt by the enemy to stop me. Is that a call for them? Sadly not. 2 to 1, not to 1. Not 1 to 1, not worth it. Sadly, a rather unequipped cavalry unit. But fortunately for me, a rather good push so far. So I need to take some stuff by turn 12, which we're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Altogether, pretty healthy offensive so far. I'm tempted to remove these steps and put them into other places because I don't need that many troops. And this Karelian army can shift itself over there. We're almost there. I had hoped to try and get a more effective breakthrough, but alas, I appear to not be achieving that. Any starvation on this front? No, it's a pretty narrow front. So there's not a lot in terms of starvation. The trick here is to make sure that these guys are constantly resupplied. So they're constantly getting strength back up. Dangerous to try and push this. Oh, it's only motorized, what the fuck. Still quite dangerous to push this because they're still pretty high high strength. So I don't really want to push my cav right now. Almost there. 1 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Can't move you anymore. Might as well attack you. Can I push around? So far so good, we are making easy progress, it's just taking time. That's all it's doing, taking a little bit of time. Almost at the Carillion Isthmus. Over here, I think we've almost broken through. I just need to pick some guys around. Well, I would take this by turn 16, I believe so, and it's plus 50 points, so I do want to. 3, 2. You're in range. Can you be reinforced? No. You got anything for me? Improve my odds of taking this? No. You're cut off now, so if I just go round you, fingers crossed, that'll be enough. Take the supply line. Oh, I've got to keep it. Got to keep it, which is a pity. Bugger. I would like to take this 1 point. This chap. But we're limited right now. Yeah, there's not much we can do. We've got to wait our turn. Hopefully, these guys can survive one more turn without resupply. Fingers crossed, eh? I would try and go round Petrozask or something along those lines to hopefully enable us to starve these troops. That's going to be a nuisance to take. Go, that's that. Army starved. 1-1. Is it worth trying to push? I think so. I think it's worth it. I'll just move the HQ over. Yeah, that should starve, and this should hopefully begin to deteriorate as well. On this flank, I can't cross the river, but I've already crossed it, so it doesn't matter. Nice. And almost at the Carillion Isthmus. We'll take this now. I gotta take Petrovsk by turn 16. It's turn 8. Yeah, we're well within our timetables. That's one of the more forgiving scenarios. This scenario. Motherfucker. And bring this unit all the way up north. Oh, that's just going to take time. I may have to withdraw this guy. He's probably going to starve next turn. Which is a shame, but necessary evil and all that. Unless I can take supply off you and try that this way. And then I'll put down a supply dump here and put down some supply dumps there, and hopefully by the next couple of turns we'll be ready and raring to go. That's the sort of stuff we want. That's army's nice and starved. Oh god. Oh lordy, retreat. Still trying to wear this guy down, but we got time to do it. No, thank God they starved with death before, so they couldn't counterattack. So there you go. Bugger. He's going to get back in there. Let's go about turn 13. We're going to achieve that. 1 for 1. I'll pay that price. Oh god, you died. The cavalry died, but it's not the end of the world. Well, lord. Fortunately, we did very well here. Taking all our objectives within time. Just like those guys are going to keep on reinforcing like a pain in my ass. And your objective's taken. Pretty general push really between the objectives. The trick of this one was quite a broad push, and that's keeping an eye on your supply. That's making sure you're constantly reducing supply in areas you don't need and reapplying as you got closer to the front. Also, I had to retake this because this allowed me to put supply points down. So moving that troop over here to open up this little track meant I could put them down a supply dump closer to the objective, which made life a whole lot easier. These guys are now starving, which isn't really the best thing to happen. You may actually die. So I'm going to put down another supply dump now. I don't no longer need one here. Put a supply dump down here next time. Hopefully they don't attack, but if they do, I'm going to lose the unit. No, they're just playing defensive. That's good. Yeah, some of these guys starved because of I wasn't paying attention, but not the end of the world. Okay. So we lost 12% of our manpower, which isn't that bad. It's a pity the casualties for the Soviets doesn't carry over, but hey ho. So Odessa. Russians have been crushed at Uman and are falling back in disorder at the Dnieper River. leaving the vital Black Sea naval base of Odessa surrounded. As German forces push further east, the storming of the vital Black Sea base falls to Romanians. Already depleted from tough battles in Bessarabia, the Russians ship in supplies and reinforcements, determined to make a stand. Taking these objectives will give you a better situation next round. So if I take the Odessa center, I'm good, and if I limit losses, I'm good. Now these Romanians are already pretty weak, so I don't really want to damage their combat capability too much. This is the prize Romania has been fighting for, and its biggest chance to achieve martial glory. Romanian troops are brave, but sorely lacking in artillery and supporting arms initially. Capabilities will build as the siege progresses. If you can manage to completely capture the port, the Soviets will have fewer forces to defend Crimea later on. But we do have light tanks, and we do not have a lot of units. But more units will be coming as the battle progresses, like lots of units. So I need to encircle Odessa as one of my key objectives, and the second objective will be the Karpova station. Limit losses, just don't lose 22 steps. Take this HQ by turn 11, take this by turn 12, turn 16 and turn 23. A lot of turns for this battle. First thing we do, we've got a full list, is upgrade our German armour, upgrade Romanian infantry. Just give them a lot of stuff. Because I want these guys really good, like proper good to go. I want these units to be proper elite for when the battle starts. Supply line wise, not bad. And where is my HQ? Not bad either. Not a lot of units, but hey ho, it is what it is. One to one. Not to one. 3 to 0. 5 to 0. So that's already a bad spot to be in. Where's my reinforcements going to come from? Going to come from up there. How on earth am I going to get up there? I don't know. I can't deploy them because they're all the way up there. How the fuck am I going to deploy them? More units for the meat grinder, great. Put a supply point down here because they're going to need it. They're going to do that flanking maneuver. Any good units? Nah, they're all pretty garbage. One to one. I wonder why you're so weak. What's your enemy supply line like? I can just cut off this little supply line here. I can do a lot of starvation damage. You may get cut off here. Try not to die. Can't deploy anything yet. Not the end of the world. Our supply, pretty bad. Pretty understandable. Oh. I'm gonna need to break across here. So I can now feed these bad boys. Let's get some new recruits in. Can't. Can't. Yes. Pity. Probably shouldn't have used a tank, but it is what it is. Not much I can do about it now. As long as I keep punching through here, we'll be alright. Hmm. Yeah. So that should starve that enemy out. You're almost there. All you gotta do is go up here and open up that supply line. Not 2, 4 to 1, not to 2. That's really bad infantry. That's garbage infantry. I can't deploy them yet. Can't deploy them yet. There you go, that's the supply line open. More infantry. God, a lot of Romanian infantry are such a small job. I'm just trying to aim for a cut-off, if I'm honest. Where are you getting your supplies from? You're getting them down here, so I immediately push down south. I should starve you, he said. Apparently not. Apparently you're still getting supply from over there, which is a bit of a nuisance. I could just use like flying artillery. High risk, low reward, but fingers crossed, eh? Still getting really rather well supplied. I don't want to cost that much health. Jesus, that was silly of me. I can't see it. I can't see it because there's fucking things in the way. Let them flank round, I don't care. This is the target. This is the glory hole. If I can cut it off, I can just cut off that entire force. I fucked it. Does I actually need to do that? I didn't actually need to do that. Okay, we'll restart that scenario, so that's a waste. How do I surrender? Surrender! GG! One attack per turn, one engineer. I'm going to try and not use any of these because I didn't really need it. Just wasted I wasted a point where I shouldn't. Basically, it was working according to plan. So you need a punch through here and a circle. That's pretty self-explanatory. It was working perfectly. I just well, I just fucked it basically. Pack 4. This is the most expensive, so I want to give it all to you. I give the best stuff to everyone. Not one. I'm gonna try not using any of those two if I can, because that was silly. I didn't actually need to use them. It was just silly of me. I know I've got air attacks, but I don't want to use them. Really cross there to get that supply line open. Okay, that's both of them. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Can I go round? I suspect I can just go around these guys. Fingers crossed. No air. Three to 1. Oh. Faint attack. Or suppressive fire. Just gotta take our time on the siege. Just gotta take our time and wait for an opportunity to present itself. All these units are so woefully under garbage compared to the Russians. There it is, go up north next turn. Here we are again. Until then, let's do some suppression, I suppose. No, that's not going to work. And that's not going to work. Yep, suppose we just wait. Just push them all along. Maybe I can put pressure on the right hand side once I get enough men across. Not very effective so far. Not as effective as the last time I played. Live garbage. There you go. There's nothing there, which is really what we like to see. And we still get supplied from up across here, which is a nightmare. The push is real. Well, we had a good run. Nothing. You're still easily well fed. Now you're starving. Good for you. What we need is some good units. There's no point having so many of these units if they all just die. Like, it's not worth it. It's just too costly. If I just steamroll to Odessa, do I stand a chance of us winning this, or can I just encircle? Probably be safer to encircle. I don't need to take Odessa Center till turn 23, so it makes more sense to push from Mayaka and from there. Reinforce. You starving? You are. Why are you starving? I don't know. So how many turns before my Aka dies? Turn 12. So I'll go do is hold this until for a couple of turns, and I'll be able to counterattack and push these guys off. In the meantime, let's keep picking away where possible. If I could just try and cross here as well. Pity because I can't. Great. That's what we need. Cavalry. No, we'll get Germans to come and save us in a few turns. So don't worry too much about it. Understandable. Quite clever of the AI to do that. They're still cut off, so that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We start expanding our lines or exploiting our breakthrough if we wanted to. Could I do this? Don't think so. I think we should wait a couple of turns for these guys to starve and just keep on pushing elsewhere. Maybe we can get a river crossing and let's do some cutting off there. Fingers crossed, eh? What do I get if I actually take Malacca? Don't know. Holy shit. They're doing their best. That's for sure, they are trying to give it a all. So fake these bad boys out. 1-to-1, it's worth it. No, this is not worth it. You still haven't died. Bit of a shame, really. Should I keep pushing? Gotta take Olive Pole by turn 16. Dangerous to do it. It is very dangerous to try and pull this off. I'm gonna try. Okay, a HE bomber, which I'm gonna use. I'm gonna pull this back. Good. That was a mistake. They may cut off my tanks, but it's not the end of the world. So I get one bomber. What to use it on? One bomber. What can I do with one bomber? Oh, So the first thing I'm going to do is immediately use one of my air supplies. Just get back up to snuff. And then I'm going to break back out. And try and push them off that position. Good infantry have arrived, thankfully. It's always nice to have some good infantry. Currently on 15 lost units, which is not good. Can't break across here. Not going to happen. I've been pinned. That's what I've been, pinned. Not to 1, 4 to 1, 4 to 0, 4 to 0. Can I retreat you back? Yes, I can. If I can just move one of these troops. If I could just get one soldier over here, the whole place starves. Just one soldier over here, and the whole place starves. Actually, it doesn't, but I can dream, Harold. Fortunately, the AI counterattacks are doing more damage than actually I am. So as long as they just keep doing that. That's what I wanted to do. Let's refill in the line with troops that aren't dead. I haven't lost too many steps, which is also nice. We've almost taken Odessa by turn 16. Need to take Odessa by turn 23, which is more than achievable. Am I starving now? No. Good thing I'm not forgetting to reinforce my armies as well. And then we'll wait a couple of turns. Well, we've almost taken this objective. I almost regret using the air supply now. You gotta fall back now, son. There you go, I thought you would. Like, yeah, you can't just keep throwing troops like that. They're not kosher. move the German troops over, because I know they're going to be pretty good for what I need them for. I would like to whittle you down as well, but alas. Yeah, we're not going to take Karpovo anytime soon. So we're not going to get maximum points this level, but I do want Odessa Center. That's for the extra bonus. "19 steps lost." Now it's Odessa Center to deal with. So what's the best way to get rid of you? Set piece attack? I don't really care about entrenchment. Hmm. 23 turns to make these boys bleed. That's a hell of an encirclement, that is. Continue to try and wear this force down. Nothing. It's going to be a difficult one. 23 turns to try and break this fucking thing. I don't even want to attack you again now. Boop. No, that's not good. So immediately get rid of the Romanian sniper tank. So we're going to try and re-equip our main fighting, our main units now to give them as best a fighting chance as possible. Doesn't really do anything for us, but there's just better than nothing. Could try and reduce the size. What? How many? Yeah, we got no chance right now. We're gonna have to wait. Need more command points. Still nothing. "17 turns to take this bad boy." Let's try. And methodical attacked. This is no longer entrenched, I suppose. Now you're back to being entrenched, aren't you? I'm going to use my own Flieger Corps because I don't want to use the one that's shooting me. And there we go. Now we've took too many casualties trying to take Odessa. Not the best one. We didn't limit our losses, so it's a shame. We've got exactly 22 losses. Exactly. That's pretty rough. So, after the historic charge with Barbarossa, reality court of the Army Group Centre has reached the limits of its supply lines and stood with both flanks exposed. Accordingly, OKH ordered it to halt its drive to Moscow and to relocate its precious panzer groups north and south. Far from beaten, the Red Army partially recovers, reorganises and goes on the offensive towards Smolensk. Now Army Group Centre must hold its ground while Guderian takes his panzer group south for a planned link-up with his Army Group South. Holding Yolnya will give you a better scenario. As predicted by our logisticians, we have been forced to make a halt here at the Dnieper to await fresh supplies. Perhaps this is for the best. Moving on Moscow now would put us in a very dangerous position. Our southern flank was particularly exposed. Guderian's panzer group has begun to remedy this with a drive south. The Soviet central front is already but overrun. Continue this offensive and consider sending more mobile units to aid it. But be aware that the Soviets have been launching incessant attacks towards Smolensk, and a tactical withdrawal from Yona has been authorized should you find it necessary. What's going on at Yona? I don't want to retreat from Yona though. I want to hold Yona. What do I need to take? Need to hold Smolensk, and I need to hold Yona. Down south, we've got Pchep, Chernigov, and Kostep. So we've got weak troops south-south, which is good for us. So Panzer Group north. Your main objective will, of course, be to replen. Panzer Group second, you're also getting replened. Panzer Group north, and then the actual infantry get replened. And you're getting fucking pioneers and shit. And if you're over there, you're getting the good stuff. I want that to be a veritable Fort Knox. And Smolensk is also getting the good news as well. That northern front can be binned. It's not that important. These troops over here probably can get binned as well if they're out of range. What a shame. These troops can hold. This is a complete disaster with a mechanized step and get reapplied elsewhere. That's a pretty strong front. I wonder if I can dig these boys in. They're already dug in. Some of you guys dig in. And then we've just got to push south. I'm going to hold Yona. That's the last thing I do. So immediately our tank force is going straight over here. These boys can move up north. That's what you're digging even more. And then I've got to take Pochep. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. Just put down a supply point. And this chap over here, but again, there's not much in terms of an enemy force over here. One-to-one. Is it worth the one-to-one just to push to Pochep? Yeah, I suppose it is. Alright, let's do some weakening along this front to stop these bastards. So where are they getting their supplies from? Here and over here. How many of these do I have? Not a lot. If I attack this, will I lose my entrenchment? I suspect I will. Two motorized quick fraction forces to move up in case we do get assaulted, and the rest of our force ready to move in with a panzer force over here. I've got to take these objectives, but this should be too difficult to do with the tanks. As God is my witness, Yona will not fall. Interesting starting moves. They're going for it. Okay. I wonder, where's your supply line for this entire front here? No. What a shame. I could literally just use this on here. Just pull out the ridge and be done with it. You're getting blown the fuck out of. They won't be able to cross over here anymore because I've blown the river, blown the bridge. So that should mean, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're in a really good spot. Three to 1, 0 to 2. You can fall back a little bit. You're not needed. 1 to 1. I'll shorten the line a little bit. We've secured, well, we've sort of stabilised the owner to an extent. But I think there'll be more coming soon, so I've got to be a little bit careful. Could move the Panzer army, but it would be very high risk because they're just going to throw everything they have at it. There we go, that's healthy. You've got no supply, heal up. Probably not the best thing I've done. Because I should have used this elsewhere. How's your supply? If I destroy you... Oh, I've already done my destruction. Panzerlehr! Line. Got my kingdom for a line. We'll be alright. Those tanks are pretty much stuffed now. I think we'll be alright. Especially because I just received more infantry, so not too worried anymore. Gotta take this by turn 6 apparently. Good luck with that. And this by turn 7 also, good luck with that. That's just a case of repulsing their attack. That's repulsing and refilling any holes they've in that line. Start sending the tanks elsewhere. Damn it. Supply is tight. Then he may push up, but that shouldn't be enough to stop me. I can keep on advancing south with the infantry. I can push up by maybe 1 tile, maybe 2. So once again, you know the drill. Set up more infantry for the meat grinder. You out of supply? How the fuck are you out of supply? Smash this tank. Re-extend that pinch. What's happened here? Nothing. Shoot a worm. Not worm. Damn it. Damn it. I'm gonna have to do it. Not because I want to, but because I have to. Over on the left flank. Any more pushing? Let's dig in. And on the right, we're pretty much stymied for now. I mean, so far it's not been too bad. And that's going immediately up north. Good. We'll head down south. We will be able to actually achieve our objectives down south. We'll have to put a health point or whatever you call it there. I'm going to get rid of this as well. And just drop this on there. There you go. Throwing everything on our objective. Now that makes me think their line's getting weaker, so that's why hopefully they're pulling back now. So the supply point is going to go down. Like so. No supply point is going to go down like so. Could be enough for us. Yeah, that's been stalled. It hasn't been as badly stalled, but it's still pretty big nuisance. This tank is going to go south now. Yeah, these tanks are going over here now. Meanwhile, back in the meat grinder, how's things? That line's back to being secure. Short-ish. Don't really want to attack that. More men for the meat grinder. Yeah, on the stores, which is good. Could maybe even start trying to push up along here if I wanted to, but what would that achieve? There's like no objectives here. Didn't expect that. If the tanks are relocating, I can relocate my tank and my tanks. There's no need for them to keep them there now. Okay, I need to get to Tribesh by turn 7. Can I make it? Find out. No. Oh well. Recon, any objective, any troop on that objective, none. Almost crossed, and we are across. Lovely stuff. I've made a bit of a mistake here. That's fine. As long as I got one infantry here, they can't keep exploit. Bomb this bastard. Yeah, I probably should wait a few turns. I need to get to Contact by turn 9. And Shenigov by turn 9. Both are achievable. There's no point throwing our lives away. Oh, I have sent the panzers on a wide flank when I probably didn't need to. Okay, get rid of these guys. Push them off. This front seems pretty stable again. Dig in. And bring the motorized all the way down. And to risk by turn 7, which I can achieve. Yeah. That's a meat grinder, that is, but but it's necessary. Oh! That's got me by the balls. I can't believe you just done that. That's just cut me off massively. I've got to go and deal with that. Like, that's my supply line that's fucked there. Absolutely fucked. So I got a choice: bring back up the infantry to deal with that, or bring back a tank to deal with that. Bomb it. That has not helped me. What to do? I can go a couple of turns without starving, so not the end of the world, but it's just fucking frustrating. Motherfucker. Constant nuisance you are. I'll take the hit. And there's not much I can do supply-wise. Not wise, yeah. To push them off. Shame, shame, shame. Maybe I can deprive hit. No, I can't even relocate my supply assets. Like if I do, half my army starves. And keep on shuffling men forward. This line's healthy, that's fine. I need to get rid of this supply line now because if I don't, boys starve. And I need to relocate you somewhere safer. That's going to slow me down by one massive gaping turn. Oh, thank God. It's not so bad anymore. Still pretty bad because I've got no supply depots, but okay. Hopefully that'll be enough to feed the beast, so to speak, and stop the starvation from happening next turn. I'm still going to starve next turn, but fingers crossed. It's not fatal. Not such a job. Until the supplies have got to go down. There you go, there's our supplies up. Go on, a bit more. We can't take it because we got no supplies. I'm going to not be able to take Chebysky by turn 7 because I've run out of supplies. Motherfuckers. Literally fucked me. Blow this up. When you run out of fuel, feels bad, man. Feels bad. All that effort for nothing. Yeah, get replenned. There you go. Oh well. There's a lesson here. I mean, we're still not doing badly. We've almost took Konotov by turn 9. We're going to miss that by turn 7, and we got cucked by Shotska by turn 6. That was worth a try. Much more aggressive AI, I have to admit. You don't need to push down anymore, so you're alright. Blow that out. Cupped here. No point pushing it anymore. Just leave one unit there. All I've got to do is take Konotov, so why not? Get a VAT tank. Oof, there's no supply there. Supply there though. No supply over here either. Nice. Not the most successful, but we are going to hold some of the objectives. Which should hopefully give us a bonus next round, next scenario. Yeah, that's not going to stop me. I've still got a healthy Panzer arm, even though I have lost some Panzers in the battle in this game. Get me over. Fine, don't. Konotov by turn 9. Oh, I'm going to miss Konotov by turn 9. So not a particularly profitable scenario for me. What a shame. You're going to starve next turn. Retreat back over here, advance over there. We'll take it next turn, but it's just going to be a ball ache. And they're thinking about attacking up north? Yeah, they've stopped attacking, that's good. No fucking supply. Better than nothing. This is pure as well, so... Oh, they were not too bad, but there was a couple of starving units up here, I don't know why. Yeah, over here. Thanks for telling me, game. You're a good friend. Oh, I can deploy a HQ last second. Wow, great. Well, I wish we had more points. At the end of the day, that would have only got me only a few credits. I don't know what shot squad would have given me, but Yone was nice to have for the next scenario. The Red Guards repulsed. Hold Yona in a Yona scenario. Since its inception, the Red Army suffered under the intense politicization and marred every aspect of Soviet society. As the Wehrmacht swept aside all its away, Stalin realized that the time for communist purity had passed. Instead, he would appeal to Russian nationalism, pride, and history. And so, old Tsarist terms like Guards were reborn. The first Soviet units to earn this honorary title were divisions that took part in the offensive operations near Smolensk. So we had a lot of infantry casualties, but literally no tank casualties, so that's a pretty good battle, all things considered. So because What time is it? I think I'm going to end it here, boys. We've had a few scenarios. We're going to move on to Shetlenburg, Kiev. I think I already took Kiev in the last scenario, so I don't think that's going to be too problematic for us. And Dvina Demyansk. Sure, I already took Kiev, but hey, we'll find out game. So in this scenario, capturing Leningrad is no longer a primary objective for Army Group North. The city is so heavily defended and Moscow has become the main priority as the bulk of mobile divisions prepare to transfer to Moscow area. When a main blow be delivered, the infantry left at Leningrad face a bitter fight to complete the encirclement of the city. So we're getting towards the apex, the end solution. Some scenarios I achieved the objectives, I believe. I got ticks in the boxes for taking the extra objective, so fingers crossed this makes the next few scenarios a bit easier for me. But if it doesn't, but hey ho. So far so good. We're enjoying the game. Enjoying the scenarios on easy, of course, so it's not that bad. It's not too difficult. Of course, I think the time limits on some of the scenarios are very not easy, very chilled out, relaxed, very forgiving. Well, and other scenarios are tough as nails, but that was pretty much like other games. Like the Finland one, that was, I got 16 turns. I took it by like half that time. The Romania stuff is actually pretty difficult. So because I think I took Odessa, the next couple of scenarios shouldn't be that bad for me. Odessa center, but no limit casualties. But we shall see. And back in the north. Because I hold Yelna, hopefully this one will be a bit easier. Well, Kiev, I've got a really perfect situation to win that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not that bad. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's me done. Thank you for watching. And if you continue to enjoy it, thank you very much. But, ladies and boys and girls, I am going to relax. So enjoy your night, and I will see you guys maybe tomorrow with dual threat, or potentially Wednesday, but we'll see. Right, adieu.